I am Lavinia Morgenberg. I wish to see Mr. Lyme.
Do you have an appointment?
I do not need an appointment to see Harry Lyme.
Excuse me. I beg your pardon. Mr. Lyme.
What is it, Janet?
Dame Lavinia Morgenberg is here to see you.
Show her in.
Mr. Lyme, I know Dame Lavinia is an old weakness of yours. Please don't sign anything.
Sir, this is where you lurk and scheme, you wicked man.
Dame Lavinia, I'm overwhelmed.
And well you might be. This is my first outing during the hours of daylight since the coronation.
Couldn't you sleep?
I never sleep. I lie and think. Today my thoughts came in stanzas of running fire. They forced me to come and see you.
Or maybe it's the warm spring.
I like you, Harry Lyme. Our minds dance to the same preposterous music. But it is not the spring. Werner! Werner!
Oriental. About 1,300 years old.
1,250 to be precise.
You bought it for your collection?
A boy sent it from Ceylon. The son of an old flame of mine. He said he needed money and would I buy it. If I was interested, he said he could get more.
More like this from where?
That is what you are going to find out. I consulted my spirit guide. He said you ought to take the next plane to Ceylon.
He does.
My guide says that an offer of £15,000 plus 25% commission on every piece you buy from this boy will secure your services.
Does he by any chance mention that I'm waiting on a big deal and can't leave the office?
He says the deal will fall through.
Dame Lavinia, can anyone have a spirit guide? I mean, could I have one?
You have one already. Theodore. Look through those.
Check for £15,000. Air tickets to Colombo. Tony DaCosta, Grand Hotel Malawi, Ceylon. Who's he?
The boy who sent me the necklace. It contains a check for £50,000 in payment for the necklace. The hotel belongs to the boy's father. He lives there.
Another envelope addressed to Mr. Batlavenga.
That is an introduction to the best jewel expert in Colombo, in case you should need professional advice.
Very thorough. And a contract.
Just sign.
Anything else?
A word of warning. These things we collect are the toys of the dead. Yet some collectors value them beyond life. Anybody's life. Be very careful.
Mr. Lyme, if we turn around and go straight back the way we came, we can just catch the midnight plane to London.
Pariahs, Brad. You know wild dogs? Do you want to ask Jojo to get the cases? Anybody about? seems deserted.
Hey, you there with the rifle.
You call me, sir?
Yes, I call you.
You could have killed us.
I killed the dog, sir. Very bad row they're making.
Just a minute, Mr.
Mukherjee,
I shall complain to the manager about this irresponsible behavior.
I am the manager.
My name is Harry Lime. I booked 2 rooms by cable.
We do not take bookings, Mr. Lime. Hotel is closed.
Closed? Why didn't you let us know? This is inexcusable.
Closed since when?
3 weeks, sir.
Well, I'd like to see Mr. DaCosta.
Mr. DaCosta, he is old, very sick. Doctors give order he is not to see people.
All right, his son, Tony.
Mr. Tony is away in Colombo just now, sir. You keep along the road 3 more miles, Mr. Lime. Is another hotel. The Lanka. Bigger than this. Better for you.
I'd like to contact Mr. Tony. Do you have a phone here?
Contact? No, a telephone we have not, sir. However, maybe I can find you his address. One moment, please.
Mr. Lime, I'll put our luggage back in the car. We can be back in Colombo in 2 hours and 35 minutes. And even if we should miss the midnight...
Brad, you know, when people try to get rid of me, I always just naturally feel like settling down. Brad. Why would they have phone insulators and wires? They don't have a telephone.
No, 15 of canned artichokes, 12 of beans. That's right. And coffee, 12 pounds. Yes, that's all. Sorry to put the order in so late, but, well, I forgot. Hello?
Hello. That's quite an order of coffee for a hotel that's closed.
Closed? Who says we're closed?
For the same person who said there's no telephone here. Where are you going?
To break somebody's neck. Mukherjee, how dare you tell this gentleman the hotel is closed?
You will leave this to me, please, Miss Shani.
I want an explanation at once.
Mr. Lime is here to contact Mr. Tony.
I don't care. If Mr. Lime wants accommodation, give it to him. And tell Tony there's someone here to see him.
Tony's here?
Yes, of course.
A suite for Mr. Lime and a comfortable room for me, Mr. At once.
Sir?
And take these bags to my room immediately. And don't drop them.
Thank you, Miss...
Shani DaCosta. I'm Tony's sister. I think we better get something straight, Mr. Lime. Will you come with me? I will take you to your room. You're sleeping alcove, and that door goes into the bathroom. It's probably not as elegant as you're used to, but
It'll do very nicely, I think.
I don't know how much money Tony owes you, but he can't pay. He hasn't a penny. I know it's wrong getting into debt and not being able to pay, but that's the way he is. Wild. Mother dead and father an invalid all these years, we've had to sort of drag ourselves up and, well, we're not very practical.
Your father really is ill.
He is paralyzed, Mr. Lime. He's going to die.
I'm very sorry.
Tony can't pay, that's what I wanted to tell you.
Johnny, your brother doesn't owe me a cent.
You're not a creditor? Oh, you must think I'm a fool.
I think your brother's very lucky to have a sister who tries to get rid of his creditors for him. You more or less run this place on your own, don't you?
Well, I sort of officiate for Daddy. That is, I did until...
Until what?
I don't quite know how to put it. I'm scared, Mr. Lime. I need someone to tell me what to do. Someone I can trust. There is no one here. Mr. Lime, it's the hotel. Something is happening to it.
Mukherjee?
He's turning people away, I'm certain of it. There are only 3 guests left. And they're peculiar. It's almost as though they've taken the place over. Nobody follows my orders anymore. I get the feeling that when they do, it's only because it fits in with what they want.
How long have they been here?
3 weeks.
Oh, what does Tony say about it?
Nothing. That's part of it. He's changed completely. He disappears for hours, stays out half the night. And when I do see him, he won't talk to me. Hello, darling. This is Mr. Lime. He's a new guest. He can't speak, but he hears everything. Don't you, Daddy?
How do you do, Mr. DeCosta?
Rabu looks after him. Rabu's a Buddhist monk. He has taken the oath of silence. Daddy's a devout Buddhist. See you at supper, Daddy. I never know quite how much he does understand.
Have you tried to tell him what you just told me?
What could he do?
The monk, Rabu, where does he fit in?
Oh, he's been with Daddy for years. Not a sound passes between them, yet I am sure they communicate somehow. How dare you come in without knocking?
Mr. Tony is waiting for you, Mr. Lime.
Hello, Tony.
You wanted to see me?
That's right.
$50,000? Oh, what's this for?
Well, let's not be funny, shall we? It's for the necklace.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I've come a long way and I'm tired. Now, the check's yours. Dame Lavinia wants more of the same if you've got any, and I'm here to do the buying. How do we talk, business or riddles?
You're talking riddles. Dame Lavinia, necklace? You've got the wrong Tony DeCosta. You want to double check before you go shoving this at people. They might not be honest.
The listeners should remember not to smoke.
Ah, you must be the new guest. You have not met my two colleagues, Mr. Makata, Mr. Sun.
In case you haven't been able to read my handwriting in the register, the name is Harry Lime.
Mine is Batlivenga, John Batlivenga.
You're the famous jewel expert from Colombo?
You've heard of me? That is very flattering, indeed.
Mr. Lime,
What happened?
he's been hurt.
Someone was shooting. Was it Mukherjee again?
The man's out of his mind, Mr. Lime. He woke the whole hotel.
Tony and I will get rid of him in the morning.
Someone must have carried me back here. I saw smoke. Stones falling.
You must rest, Mr. Lime.
Oh, excuse me. We were just passing. We saw your light on.
And that surprised you?
I did not know you were holding a party.
Why should you?
My dear Mr. Lime, you're wounded.
I wouldn't worry about that, Batlivenga.
You're accident-prone, perhaps? I have known this before in people. In such cases, the senses warn the brain repeatedly of danger, but the brain takes no notice, rejects the message. The result, accident, injury. And if the condition persists, loss of life. It is virtually a disease.
Well, then stay away from me, Batlivenga. It may well be catching.
If you should feel like leaving for Colombo in the morning, I can direct you to a doctor who specializes in such disorders. I would even lend you my car.
That's a splendid idea.
I'll remember your kind offer during the long evenings of my stay here.
Very well, Mr. Lime.
Good night.
I wonder where all of them went so early in the morning.
Mr. Batlavenga said they were driving the man with the dreadful name, to the bazaar. Back home we call it marketing.
Did you see them drive off?
Yes, indeed. In a new station wagon. American, of course, must have cost them $14,000 without the delivery charge or the sales tax.
Have you seen Tony?
No.
His bed hasn't been slept in. I've looked all over the hotel.
He didn't leave with the others, Mr. Costa.
Harry, I'm scared something may have happened to him.
Let's see if we can find him. You stay here, Brad. If he turns up, let us know. What's that? I saw it last night.
Oh, that's the Dagobah, the great solid temple of Milawa.
Solid. Why solid?
What does it matter? We've got to find Tony.
Well, I want to know everything about it.
All Dagobahs are solid. The ancients built them, usually around some relic of the Buddha. They surrounded the relic with jewels and precious stones, all the wealth of the nobles. Then built a solid mound of brick over the top of them, like that.
Why?
So that those that come after shouldn't corrupt themselves with earthly riches.
Somebody's been here.
Hey, I've never seen this opening before, and I've known the Dagobah all my life.
It goes on in. Careful, that ladder isn't too safe.
Harry, we must be inside the temple itself.
We are. Can't you feel it? 1,000 tons of brick pressing down on us.
Harry, I'm scared. Let's go back.
Well, maybe the echo is fooling us. I think it comes from over there. Tony.
Charlie.
Yes.
Thank heaven.
Tony, what happened?
Rub this. Now, don't talk. Just breathe deeply. Get the circulation going. You think you can stand up?
At once, sir.
Fix the charge, plug in the fuse, and wait outside till we come with the stuff. And whatever you do, don't touch the exploder box.
Better?
Yes, when I get the feeling back into my legs. Batlavenka, where is he? I'll kill him for this.
He was going to leave you here to die.
After he'd got the stuff out. They've got one more trip to make, then they are going to blow up the entrance.
With you in here? Harry, you must get him out of here and call the police.
As soon as he can walk. Did you find this place yourself?
Yes. There was an earth tremor here 6 months ago. Remember, Shani? Just after it, I noticed the Dagobah wall had cracked. I took a look around the back. Found that a new crevice had opened up. And right under here, I discovered the necklace. The one I sent to old Dame Lavinia and a couple of other pieces. They must have dropped down through the crack.
Why did you take them to Batlavenga?
I didn't. I used the 2 pieces to settle my debts. The fellow I gave them to must have sold them to Batlavenga. Because right afterwards, Batlavenga turned up here and threatened to go to the police if I didn't tell him where I got them.
But Tony, all this was going on and you never told me about it.
I was scared Father would hear about it. You know his beliefs. This is a Buddhist shrine. And Batlavenga looked the setup over and sent for Makata. He's an engineer. He couldn't get up into here without blasting, you see.
That's what you did last night. Where did Mukherjee and the Chinese character fit in?
His son is Batlavenga's business partner. Mukherjee, they just needed him and he wasn't hard to buy.
Mr. Lime, look out! Look out!
Brad!
Get back, Mr. Lime. Back! Right back! I know what you're planning to do, Batlavenga. It's brutal and unnecessary. If everyone takes an equal share, nobody will talk.
Start to fill the panniers.
You know you can never put this stuff on the open market. You'll have to sell it privately, piece by piece. I represent the richest private market.
I know whom you represent. Like mine, her desire for ancient and beautiful things knows no affiliations. She will buy from me.
Drop that gun, you're covered. All right, over there. To leave us here to rot. And by the time we get back with the police, you may have begun to feel what that would have been like.
All right, Mr. Lime, you win. Let us do business together.
The market just closed.
Harry?
Yes?
No one will ever know what happened.
No, but the ties of the dead are safe once more.
The charge. It could have exploded by itself. But Makata, he just vanished.
Well, they talk about the vengeance of Buddha. I wonder.